to satisfy both challengers.
As we see right here, Christian Cage. You know, we've been watching this battle between Sting and the Monster Abyss, and you wonder if Christian Cage feels he's got an advantage because maybe they're overlooking him. But one thing we talked about, he won't have Tomko at his side as Jim Cornette barred him from being at ringside. And we've got a cage set up right here by our announce table, Mike, and I'm wondering what that's going to be used for, and I'm assuming it's got something to do with that man right there.
Did you see the evil eye that Tomko gave that cage as well as us here at the broadcast table as he came down, and I wonder if a light bulb just went on above the head of Tomko as we see challenger number 1, Christian Cage, enter the six-sided ring for combat as part of this three-way elimination matchup for the NWA World Heavyweight Title. Wait a minute, here's Jim Cornette from TNA Management. He's the man who laid down the law and barred Tomko from ringside. You're going to be right. And Cornette, I just heard it. He said, you're going to be right there.
He's not going to bar him. He's going to make him watch through the steel cage and make it that much harder. And you can see Christian knows that if he wants any chance at this championship, he's going to have to abide by this. He had to do it himself once.
Challenger number 1, Christian Cage, already in the impact zone. Ladies and gentlemen, the appearance of challenger number 2, the wrestling icon himself, and what a reaction at Final Resolution for Sting. You know, we talked about how both Mitchell and Sting fighting for control of Abyss, going about it in those two totally different ways. You think about it, Mitchell controls Abyss, Don, like you treat a wild animal. He controls him by force, by threats. Sting, on the other hand, he's been trying to get inside the mind of Abyss. He reasons with him. He calls him Chris, which we believe is Abyss's real name. He's trying to set him free in his mind from the control of James Mitchell.
Feel this electricity every time he comes out.
And here comes the defending champion, the NWA World Title holder, the Monster Abyss, 6'8", 350 pounds, and holding the belt high above his head. The championship is at stake. James Mitchell comes out. I've got to tell you, I've seen some strange and unusual things in all my years in wrestling. When it comes to disturbing video, I'm going to put that footage with James Mitchell and Abyss at the prison from 2 weeks ago on Impact. I'm going to put that up against anything that I've seen.
Well, the control that James Mitchell has on Abyss, too, is shaky at best. I know he seems to have it now, but you can see that Sting has been chinking at that armor. And you got to wonder, he still believes he can get through. He believes there's a human being behind that mask.
Abyss has been keeping a secret for years. That man, Christian Cage, claims that Tomko knows the secret, that they crossed paths in the past. James Mitchell, he insists that those two, Tomko and Christian, they know a few tidbits. They know one page out of a book, in the words of James Mitchell, when it comes to the secret that the Monster Abyss is hiding.
Elimination rules here.
And really,
they've already started it off.
Yeah, opening bell. And if you think about it, both of the challengers, Sting and Christian Cage, they both wanted singles matches for the NWA World Heavyweight Title. Cornette couldn't separate them. So Cornette says we're going to do the next best thing. We're going to go under elimination rules. And Don, that is the key to this matchup. If you're pinned, if you submit, you're out, you're gone, but the match will continue.
It's one of those where you better be keeping eyes in the back of your head. We say it so much. But it's one of them situations where you better make sure you know where everybody is at all times, because if somebody catches you from behind, there's a quick roll-up, you're gone. It's going to be a lot of strategy involved, and I don't think you're going to see anybody working with anybody in this. There's too much at stake here, Mike.
Oh, in the corner, look at Sting now unload as he turns it around on Christian Cage. Yes, it's the two challengers battling. The corner mount, right hand after right hand to the top of the head, and Sting just laid him in there with so much impact.
Man, Sting's fired up, and you can tell it. You can feel the emotion, and he knows. that he's close to winning that championship back, a belt that he got in Bound for Glory, and they didn't even have it, barely a month and it was gone. And you can see that the crowd behind him, I'll tell you something, there's a strategy here that we don't talk about, and that strategy is kind of staying out of the way. If you can kind of avoid it a little bit, your chances of survival, and wow, that's gotta hurt.
Take his head off!
Take his head off is what Mitchell said, and you know, Don, totally different your strategy in this kind of a matchup from the three-way that we saw earlier. Where it was first pin or submission. It's like you just mentioned, as we see Sting sent face first right into that cage. Christian, look at that, from the top, and he's caught in midair.
Look at the strength of this monster. Oh, he just throws him right on top of the rail.
It's what we expected. We talked about it in the tail of the tape. You see someone 6'8", 350, you know he's going to take advantage of that big height, that big weight advantage that he has, but quickness right there. Christian moves out of the way, and Abyss goes shoulder first right into the post.
Christian's going to have to be smarter than these guys right now. He's going to have to use his cunning that he has, and he did right there with Abyss, and you can see he's turning around, and now he goes right after Sting.
Oh, that was a big move. The Bulldog on the ramp for the champ. Attention turned to Sting, sends him into the cage.
Right on the concrete. Scooped and slammed him right on the concrete in front of us.
The unprotected concrete, no pads out there. Sting crashes down. You heard the thud. And now, here comes Christian Cage to roll the champ back into the ring.
Oh, you can see the kick right there to the head. It's Christian Cage, another shot to the gut. Just showing us the side of him as he's just battling it out, but he realizes it's a chance to try to eliminate Abyss if he can. As Sting is writhing right here in front of us from that concrete shot that he took. Brutal. And it was amazing how Christian used that cage to his advantage. He knew that Tomko was in there, but he just flunked Sting right into it also.
Abyss sandwiches Cage in the corner, elevates him high into the air as he crashes down to the canvas, and Abyss can just feel it at this point.
Just that strength.
Took him up to his shoulders. I'd anticipate the shock treatment move out of that, but hadn't weakened Christian Cage sufficiently.
He's got it here, and he hits the shock treatment. Wow.
It goes for the pin. Here it is. Two.
Oh, man. Christian Cage. Oh, that was close. That was close. He was almost eliminated right there, Mike.
How many people have we seen kick out from that shock treatment as Mitchell jumps up on the apron and just hits the doomsday?
The way he realizes he just wants to tear through these guys one right after another.
Swinging a miss with the clothesline.
What a
Christian
shot.
answers with a perfect move right there. Drop kick directed to the knee of the 6'8" champion. Christian gonna head to the top.
But you gotta cut the big tree down, and that's how you do it. Oh, he went for the frog splash, but look at the monster Abyss as he gets him, and then picks him up and slams him down.
Choke slam. Pin, two, no. Wow.
Man,
boy, he is just throwing the book here at Christian Cage. Shock treatment, choke slam, two moves that normally gain him victories, but Christian's still alive, and he just dropped Sting, did the monster Abyss with a right hand. Whoa.
Sting had to actually use the cage to get his balance.
Look at Tomko out here.
No.
Tomko is choking the life out of Sting. He reached his hands through the cage after that shot by Abyss. Black hole slam in the ring.
Oh, this is going to be it for Wait a minute, there's no ref.
Referee Rudy Charles is out here trying to top Tomko. He's trying to keep him away from Sting.
Boy, is this going to Christian's advantage because he was done. He was done, and now Tomko using his foot to get pressure, everything that he can do, and now you can see the monster Abyss saying, forget about that. I had him pinned, and there's nothing else referee Rudy Charles can do but get back in that ring.
Abyss tosses the ref back in and obviously thinks that he's going to take advantage of this situation where he's weakened Christian Cage.
Wow, look at him just flipping him over like a ragdoll right
He hit
here.
him with a punch right in the chest, and that's what brought him into the ring. Going to goozle him and choke slam him again.
Sting able to get by.
Yeah, he got out of the clutches of Tomko is what he did.
Nice kick right there, Mike. Wait a minute, look at this. Sting feeds the monster Abyss right in and then hits him with
Scorpion death drop, pin, two.
He got it! Abyss is done!
Abyss is eliminated!
What just happened?
He's eliminated from the match. Abyss is eliminated.
What just happened? Abyss out, and it's going to boil down to Stinger Christian Cage. We're going to have a new NWA World Heavyweight Champion tonight.
Oh, James Mitchell's going absolutely bananas, just screaming, but look at that! And now Sting holds out his hand, trying to help him up. But the monster Abyss, all he knows is he no longer has that belt.
can hear him. He says, do it a bit.